What if I told you there is a way to make your Angular app load instantly, even with the heavy component? And no, it's not a magic, it's Angular defer. Stick around because in the next 10 minutes, I will show you exactly how to use it like a pro. Here I made it the two applications. One is the without defer and one is the with the defer. When we will go without defer, then we can see, let me refresh it. You can see it will taking, this is the microsecond. Okay. And it will take time. You can see I wrote down load chart library. Once render is done, then it's this much of time around it will take it also. So that means when without defer we will use it, then initial bundle size, this is because everything they club it into the one bundle only, and that size is increased and that complete bundle will be loaded over here. Another thing is definitely the page load time, the starting, the page paint time will be the heavy also. If you guys actually tested your application on the Google Lighthouse or some other performance tool, then you feel it actually first paint of your first page should be very important in case of the performance. Chart loaded immediately, but we don't require to chart to load it. Even we want to be, the chart should be loaded when we want to do, because sometimes some section we want to do when we click on the particular tab, or once we scroll down, once we that particular component came into that particular viewport, that only time we wanted to show it. We don't want to initially it should be loaded. If your site exactly like Instagram, Facebook, once we scroll down, the content is keep loading, because that much section will be loaded, that much we are inside in a viewport. Other on the top and the below section will be disappear from the dock, because if everything will loaded, then our page will be slowed down. So in the similar way, this kind of thing also we can achieve in Angular. After the Angular 17, we can achieve it through the defer it also. Earlier also we have so many optimization way. One is the basically routing, right? Lazy routing. There is also we can reduce the bundle size, and tree seeking is also one of the feature we have. But these things is actually, you can say once that particular route will be loaded that particular time, the bundle will be loaded. But here is a more advanced thing we have with the defer. Means in the defer we can load the content at the time, or you can say trigger it also after a certain second also, once the viewport is came, once particular conditions will be occurred, all these things. So we'll discuss one by one all these things also. So this is application little heavy without defer. Let me load it the another application also with the defer. This is another application. This is also taking time, but you can see how much millisecond is actually, you can say almost half of it exactly, it will reduce it. So there is actually the initial bundle size, it reduce it. Why? Because the chart is actually we made it on the demand only, and time is also reduced it. Okay, and chart loaded only when visible, whenever required or when visible, that time we can trigger it also. Other content render immediately, whatever the content user wanted to see, whatever the response he wanted to see, then that response will be visible, and other response will be deferred it also. So deferred, or you can say synchronous, is not a new thing. Earlier also, long back also, when we have JavaScript URL, when we are adding in HTML, there we was writing down defer is the keyword, and that meaning was same thing. That particular JavaScript will be loaded or deferred after a certain second, after the paint will be loaded. Once our browser will be came into ideal situation, then actually that particular JavaScript will be landed on the browser. This is the same concept we have in Angular, but now we have the more control on template side, on the UI side. Let's read the detail of the deferred from the Angular website. This is Angular website, guys, and we can read it from here also. This is also Angular GitHub page. So here we are reducing the initial bundle size of your applications for defining the loading, defining and loading. And one more thing, guys, if you will go on a Lighthouse or somewhere, then you will find out about these things. This one, LCP, TBT, okay, TTFB. Okay, these are the things. Means this is the meaning is the core web vital. So whatever the on web, whatever the thing is loading, that is the meaning. How to use the defer in a template, so we need to use @defer, and we know that we already Angular introduced @if, @for, @else, and now we have the @defer also. Okay, so we should use whichever the heavy component, we should become inside in it this defer block. Okay, one more thing, very important, guys. Defer will be work only when our component is standalone. Okay, and one more thing, our component should not be have any reference outside of it. Here meaning is the view child. Another thing is, if you wanted to use the like the same defer or these things, we can use the dynamically import also, but dynamically import is always heavy. Okay, and it's actually a little complex also. So what did Angular did it inside it inbuilt, they use the dynamic import with the help of the observations API. Observation API is actually part of HTML, guys. So observations API. On observation API also I made one video on a JavaScript project. Observation API is what is telling us if something we wanted to observe of any element, any div, any button, anything. Like in this viewport, if something is came, then only we need to do something. Like suppose we have the big list of the data or gallery kind of stuff. So we wanted to be load the new list once it's come under the viewport, then only we wanted to load, or then only we wanted to call some API call also. So in that case, observer API will be help us. Okay, another example is how to manage different stage of the deferred loading. We have so many different stages also. One is the placeholder, another one is the loading. Okay, so once our page is loaded, or once our component is loaded, large component, heavy component, at the time we wanted to show this kind of placeholder or any content. In content also we can make loading also. In spite of Angular providing us to separate loading bar, and that is here. This is the loading bar. Okay, so what is the meaning is, till the time our browser is actually loading the content, we will show this is a placeholder. Once our browser is ideal, then start loading this particular component. Till the time it will show this loading bar. So first this one, then this one, then finally our component will load it. So loading block except two optional parameters to help to prevent the fast flickering of the component. They may occur when the deferred dependency are fetched quickly. So we can pass the minimum time also. Okay, so this much of the minimum time of that placeholder should be shown. So first the placeholder will be shown, and after that actually loading will start. Another thing, the amount of the time to wait after the loading begin before showing the loading template. Okay, so this is also we can use it, and how to use it after this much of millisecond, and this is a minimum time over there. So this much minimum time exactly the placeholder will be shown, and after that immediately the loading will be appear, and then actually the large component will be start coming it also. Okay. Another thing is actually with the defer we have the error state also. Okay, sometimes some component won't be loaded due to some XYZ reason. That time we can show this error component. Okay, this error component or any error content also we can show it also. Controlling deferred content loading with the trigger. This is also very important, guys, and we can use it either on or when. These are the two keywords. We should use it also on specified condition for the when deferred block is triggered. So we want to be the control the deferred, it should be loaded on a particular situations. So first the default situation is the viewport one, but when the browser is ideal, when come under the viewport is, guys, the same thing. If our actually block is over here, so once we scroll down, that means that is our this particular element now we come under the viewport. Another thing is interactions. Interactions could be the button click or anything. It could be hover, mouse hover we can do immediately, trigger immediately after known deferred content has finished. Means after our component is came under the after our browser is came under the ideal situation, then immediately it will load it also. Immediately after known deferred, whatever the known deferred is actually loaded, content is loaded, then immediately it will load it also. Timer, we can give some specific duration also, and that time also we can control the deferred. So all are the, so these are the on and on, and I think interactions is only the almost we have on, and one case is actually we will use it actually with only. So this is the ideal is by default is ideal. We don't need to be with the work with ideal. Viewport is we can write down the viewport. Okay, this is the way on we can use it also. Viewport we can write down on this one also. Means when the greeting this particular div will become, then we can get, and this is what exactly, guys, reference variable, right? We know template reference variable in Angular we have, so that we can utilize it also. Another thing is interactions. Whatever the interaction we wanted to do, then that time we wanted to use it. Like on interaction on this one, on this alternative, you can specify the template reference variables. In the same way we can pass it also, but in this time we have the interactions. So interaction trigger load to deferred content when the user interact with the specific element like click or key down or any kind of extra triggering will become. However, we know that is exactly easy one. Immediately also trigger loaded deferred content immediately. Once all the non deferred content will be loaded, then only millisecond. This is the time we can give. When, this is also important. When means when we have some conditions. It could be any condition, any variables also. Okay, like if this particular checkbox is checked, that time we want to load it, or you can say that particular condition is matched, that time we want to load it. Another thing is prefetching data with the prefetch. So prefetch is also one more keyword, or you can say one more feature with the deferred we can use it. So prefetch on idle interactions, user either can interact or either we will prefetch on the idle situations. On interaction it will be visible, but we will prefetch on the once our browser will be goes in idle. And remember that will become under actually this after the semicolon only. Okay, we will actually divide multiple condition only after semicolon. So prefetch enable more advanced behavior such as the letting you start to prefetch resource before a user actually see or interact with the deferred block. The user didn't interact, but I try to prefetch it also. Okay. Testing defer block. So this is the test case, how we can write down. And this is the basically server-side rendering and the static page generation. So defer we can use it into static site also and the server-side rendering also. So these are all about the defer, guys. And let's see the one more practical example. This is the one of the project I made it. This is basic defer that is coming to ideal, and this content is loading over. Okay. Another tab is trigger. Load immediately on component, and this is after 3 seconds. Your site actually after 3 seconds is passed, then it is. This is on hover. Similarly, ideal trigger. The content loaded when browser is ideal. Try not interacting for a moment, then actually it will load it over there. So this is when we are actually interacting with the particular content. Loading state. You can see load with the state. So click the button. When we click, then only it start loading. And this is the basically the I showed it over here. Some progress bar also with the error. So that time error. Minimum loading time. So we'll click at least this is time will be taken, and after that you will load it also. So this is all are the deferred example. More you can say conditions. When I click it, so this is when example, right? So this is example of when I was discussing over here. This is the timer. This is the timer. Below it should be. Yeah, this is the when. So this is the condition. I'll show the source code also. Even I will share it on a GitHub account, so you guys can actually download and use it. This project and that project also. So you can actually download and use this project also. You can see I'm interacting, and this is our content is loaded. So when particular when condition, when is that we have multiple condition, we can pass it also. Here also we can show the progress bar. You can see it is working well. Another thing is prefetching. Prefetching hover. On hover we want to be prefetch. Prefetch on ideal. Content is prefetch when browser is ideal and shown on hover. So you can see our content is already loaded over here. Okay, but once we hover, then only we can see. So this is the condition, but it is already prefetched. So once we hover, then we'll see. Here, content prefetch after 2 seconds shown on interaction. So only once we interact, then only it will show after 2 seconds. Once actually browser is actually come into ideal stage, then actually after 2 seconds it will prefetch. Once we click, our actual data will become. Prefetch immediately. Content prefetch right away. Wait for user interactions. It was already prefetched. Here is the timer, but here is already prefetched. Here is the hover we had it. So we can just click on it and we will get it. Multiple prefetch conditions. On hover also it can be prefetch, or click it also. Prefetch when you hover or after 3 seconds, whichever the came first. So it is already prefetched, so already data is came, so that's why we are able to see this one also. So this is the prefetch conditions. Okay, we have more complex scenario. There we can combine multiple condition also. For example, here we can see I made 3 buttons. Load, so this is generating, and we can see the load chart. This is the below table we can see, and once I will click on this one, enable report, the report will become over here on these sections. This one. So like a way we can defer our view also. How many way we can actually do the defer is simple one. Then we can do the through the trigger also. Then we can do through the trigger. Either we can use the loading state, condition also we have, prefetch also we have, and we can make and combine multiple condition also. This is the way we can optimize our template, or we can decide when it should be load our heavy component. It should not be loaded on the page load only. So how behind the scene all this thing is working? Behind the scene, when we'll use the defer, it will create a separate chunks. Okay, we'll see over here. You can see once we go there. Here is, and we'll go into network. Here we does not have any routing. or any lazy routing. But you can see once I refresh it, and these are the components, I think the chunks over here. So these are the basically the chunks. It will separate out from the main.js to separately, and it will load it in the memory on the basis of whenever this condition will be occurred in it. Okay, so it will separate out through the main.js. So it will divide it over here without using the lazy routing feature. Okay, so that's it, guys. This is all about the Angular View defer, and similar to this one, guys, every week I will try to upload a new Angular feature video. You guys can keep watching and do some practice also. Thank you, guys. Have a nice day.